AITA for not making my daughter apologize to her teacher again for her impromptu costume. 34F. I'm the mother of 2 little girls, 6F and 4F. My 6-year-old is a funny, happy, and curious little girl. She can be a bit rambunctious and ask questions or make comments without thinking about how they impact people, which is something I'm trying to work with her on. My daughter loves her first grade teacher and talks about her all the time. Her teacher is actually pregnant, and has started to show. My daughter was excited when she learned that her teacher was having a baby, and has been asking me and my husband all kinds of questions about pregnancies and babies. Yay! Today, her school let the kids dress up for Halloween. My daughter decided to dress up as Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter. I thought she would have a fun day and that her costume wouldn't cause any trouble. I got a call from her principal around lunchtime. Apparently, my daughter stuck a basketball under her robes, walked up to her teacher, and said she's dressing up as her for Halloween. When I heard this, I started laughing. I know my daughter, and I knew she did this because she loves her teacher and probably meant it as a sweet gesture. Sadly, the teacher didn't take it that way. She said my daughter was being rude, disrespectful, and commenting on a pregnant woman's body. When we got to the school, my daughter was crying. We had a meeting with the teacher and principal and my daughter apologized for the costume. The teacher was angry the entire time, and kept telling my daughter how disrespectful she was and how disappointed she is. When we were leaving, the teacher told me that she expected another apology from my daughter in the morning. I said that my daughter has already apologized, that she clearly feels badly for hurting her feelings. I said she's learned her lesson and we don't need to continue beating her up for it. The teacher, again, started saying how disrespectful my daughter was and I said I needed to go. Again, my daughter was crying and very upset about the situation. I think she's learned that it's not appropriate to comment on a pregnant woman's changing body and I didn't think I needed to press the point any further. I ended up taking her to get ice cream and we had a fun afternoon, but she's asked me several times if her teacher hates her and if she's a bad girl. I'm very upset and I'm not going to make her apologize again tomorrow. AITA? There's no need for a second apology. What is that going to achieve? Edited to add that you're not the retired teacher here and was a girl who went through something similar, and I want to say this, contact the principal and the teacher now and tell them you do not want your daughter to get coerced into another apology, especially one that might involve having her apologize before the entire class. When I was 8, I missed the bus home and had to wait in the parking lot, no playground, for 45 minutes, until my mom got off work and could get me. A girl in my class walked by and invited me to her house. I planned to be back within 45 minutes, but I lost track of time, and it was an hour before I raced the 3 blocks back to school. My mom was standing there in tears with my teacher, and my mom never cried. We had a tearful reunion, but the teacher kept chewing me out. Mom, also a teacher, told her not to raise the incident in class, that she and my dad would take care of it at home. The teacher ignored her, relayed in detail what had happened, and lectured the class not to be naughty like I'd been. I was very shy and was humiliated. For the rest of the year, I got stomach aches from the anxiety of going to school. I learned not to trust that teacher and felt emotionally unsafe in her classroom. Your daughter's teacher blew the episode way out of proportion. A sense of humor is really essential to an elementary teacher, as well as acceptance of the random thoughts and ideas kids have. I taught when pregnant, and I would have laughed at the ball and remarks. I went to school as an apple on Halloween that year. I'm sure she expects your daughter to apologize in front of the class. That should not happen. Your daughter meant no disrespect. Enough is enough. Edit, thanks for the award. I am a plus size woman and I had one of my students dress up as me last year including a little stuffing. I was so flattered that out of all the things in the world they chose me. That teacher is an idiot. As a kindergarten teacher who recently had a baby, I thought it was hilarious when my kids put a ball in their shirt, so they could look like me. We'd do belly bumps with my baby bump and the ball they'd stashed under their shirt. Why is this woman teaching? I'm so sorry that she hurt your little girl's feelings so badly. I hope there's a good reason that she responded in that awful and unreasonable way, not that I'd wish her ill with her pregnancy or life or whatever, but I hope it's not simply that she's insecure or just poorly suited to her job. NTA. One apology is enough. She's 6, the teacher is a grown woman. She shouldn't be teaching children that young if things like that bother her. Kids are cruel without even knowing it and could be doing it BC they love you. They're kids. I would not have my kid in that woman's class anymore. WTF? She's 6. She's not supposed to know how to behave. And she didn't even do anything wrong here. She should not be teaching kids.